Hey guys, I want to take a minute to give you an update on what's going on with the Raven because I got a brand new build project going on here and I thought it was kind of turning out kind of cool. So here's what I'm doing. Take a look. So this truck started off as this right here in this video, and it used to be called the Jeep Raven, as you can see, and there's a link below if you want to look at the Jeep Raven stuff. And then it wasn't too long after it got comped for a couple of years that the Jeep that was black turned into the Raven B, and thread link below if you want to have a look at that on the Scale Builders Guild. Of course, that's the place to go for all these scale truck builds. And the Raven B, as you know, got comped for a few years, and then it kind of had a lipo fire, which you've seen talked about on the channel already. And so it was time to have a rebuild. So we started off with a brand new Skeleton Ultimate combo, which now actually comes with the newer production anyway, comes with the holes already in the frame rail for the Dinky RC cantilever suspension in the back. Yeehaw! So on this particular build, I just snipped off the shock towers on the back to give me full interior room again. And a lot of these parts are getting donated by the Jeep Raven build. So of course we're sitting it on our caddy crawler stands. Awesome. I'm so glad these things came to the store. I'm going to steal some of the stuff off the Raven B. I'm going to steal the drive shafts off it, the transfer case, the winch controller, and the front bumper and winch, and a few other things. And this body here was painted by Matt, and we got it with an SCX under it a couple of years ago, and it's a fantastic body. It's got the RC Model X cage on it, and the bumpers are clipped, and the fenders are trimmed, and it's just exactly what we needed to have a fresh start on our new Raven project, which I'm going to have a thread link for below. And we're going to call it Raven Blue, and put a couple of new project parts on it, some new GCM parts. We're still going to run the SCX axles and the Ultimate combo, and because that's a real easy place to start. But I want to highlight something really cool that the Scale Builders Guild did this year. There's a guy on the Scale Builders Guild called Uncle Albert, and thank you, Uncle Albert, you know who you are. And he decided to start the Secret Santa thing where you could sign up on the Builders Guild to get involved in the Secret Santa participation, and then Uncle Albert matched you up with somebody so that you made something surprise for somebody else, and then somebody else made something surprise for you. This is cool. Now, the Scale Garage was gifted by this Secret Santa with this unbelievable scale equipment here, and hopefully you guys can see this in the video, but somebody named Secret Santa made me this absolutely beautiful handmade wooden box. This is beautiful. And inside it came this fantastic little pry bar, scale accessory number 1, and this awesome saw. Now of course this is a blue saw, which matches my Raven Blue. Yeah, you didn't even know. And what's even more cool about this project is that now, thanks to my Secret Santa, who made me this fantastic hitch receiver, this is so incredible, I can't even believe it. I'm going to put this right here on the back of this Jeep, right under my bumper like that. And then Secret Santa, who made the box, also made the box to fit on this fantastic tail carrier. You guys have seen these rolling around on trucks all over the place. Oh yeah, and it fits into the hitch receiver. Look at that. So this is going to be my new tail setup for trail running. I got lots of room for gear in my fancy new box. Thank you, Secret Santa. And instead of me talking on the video here, I am going to spend the rest of my time finishing up this Raven Blue. And we're going to use now the 3rd generation of Raven Jeep parts to get this running. And I'm pretty excited to keep the legend going with these fancy new parts from Secret Santa. And check it out on the thread below at the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more updates on my... I can't wait to trail this thing. It's going to look great in the snow too. Bye-bye. I took apart the Raven. Have a look at this mess. This pile of black stuff here. See that pile of black stuff? That's just soot from melted stuff that came out of this truck. And look at this. Look at the links are burnt. Look at that. And the drive shaft is actually burnt. See the drive shaft? That's a steel MIP and it's burnt from the heat of this thing. And the styrene inner fenders were actually like solvent soldered onto the hood and the firewall, even though they never were connected ever. They were actually glued. Like I had to bust off the styrene because they had been cemented together. There's the wires for the speed control, and the FXR and all this stuff is all covered with this soot, smoke damage. You can sort of scrape it off if you want, but the smell is unreal. Here's the winch wire. Oh, that's a servo wire. Just melted. And it's gross. The smell is so bad. Wow. You can see here the soot. This is the soot that was underneath this entire thing, and actually inside my full-size car. My entire full-size car was full of this. It took us a couple hours to scratch all this out. And under the hood, it's all just full of soot. There's the lipo inside there. And you can see here that the styrene was all fused onto itself here. I never glued it, but it was all melted and fused. You can see it's all melted here. This used to be flat. And this is all shriveled up here from the heat. And the smell is unreal. You can see the top of the hood. Now have a look inside. You see in there? Look at the battery. That's supposed to be a LiPo. Yeah, exactly. And the fumes and the smoke and everything went all underneath the carpet, all the way down, like all down underneath the carpet here. So every time you pull out a wire, it's just burnt. Look at this. One side of it is okay. The other side of it is just burnt. Look at that. And that was underneath the carpet in the truck. The stuff that was in the back tailgate here, the cargo section, was actually okay because there was actually an extra firewall here behind the seat. So that's fine. So I recovered some of that stuff. And like the receiver and all that, it's covered with soot, but it's recovered. It's working. I don't know about the ESC. We'll see if that's going to work, but I have another one anyways. There's a BRXL in there now, in the Raven Blue. So, yeah. There's what's left of the Raven. Not much. And I took the rest off, so that's it. Just a big pile of burnt goo. Look at this tranny thing. Covered with junk and goo. And, wow. Even the servo linkage is burnt. Look at the servo linkage here. Look at that. It's just burnt. Crazy. Good thing I'm starting over.